Hi, everybody.
Just left a good meeting at the Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center. And I thought, now I'm going to go home to my old house, do some more packing, but I also need to get gas. So I figured, you know what? Let's drive through the battlefield while I go get gas. Do a quick drive since you all were deprived of your battlefield experience this morning due to the fact that I was going to the vet with the major. So good day to you too, Andy. How are you? So here we go. We're going to go quickly around the battlefield. Hello, September. How are you? And Barbara, greetings again to you as well. Again. Chris Weil, excuse me. Yo, back at you. Did I say it right? Is it Weil or Wheel? Chris Brixius. Is it still Wednesday? No, we're on to Thursday now. Yes, no, it's Wednesday afternoon now. And let me tell you something. You guys living through Tuesday, wait until you see what happens later at 6 o'clock. Oh my God. You're not going to believe the news. You're not going to believe the news. So we're driving General Sherman. Thank you very much, General Sherman. I appreciate that. Made my day. I'm driving down West Confederate Avenue. For those of you just joining us, I got to go get gas. I'm going back to my house to do some more packing. Yes, I have not completed that task yet because I lost all of last week preparing for the weekend and working on other things. But I need to get gas. So there's no gas station between home, my old home, and my new home. So I'm going to take the long way through the battlefield and, go get gas. But I thought I'd take you with us since we did not get to do the battlefield this morning. As you can see, clouds have rolled in. It's really feeling like fall. 62 degrees, not terrible. You can't really make it out. Well, you kind of can. There is some change in the color of the leaves, but not what you would expect by this time of year. However, I passed someone has a fire going, or a campfire. Maybe they're a burn pile in their yard. I don't know what it was, but I could smell fire. And it was that nice, one of the nice scents of fall that I just love, the smell of a campfire. Weilbacher, okay, gotcha. On my way to Sheets, that's correct, September. That is correct. September morn. Ron Moore says, hey Matt, I'm in town from Chicago for a couple of days. Maybe I'll run into you somewhere. Perhaps you will. Perhaps you will. If I had more time, I'd say let's go grab dinner, but I don't have enough time that I can plan that. It might have to be a last minute thing if we did. Spending tomorrow getting my tooth drilled in the morning and then packing the house all afternoon. And when I say packing the house, I'm really talking about throwing a lot of shit out. You accumulate stuff over the years, you forget you have it, and you go, that's where that is. And so I go, you know what? I'm throwing it out. New house, new shit to accumulate. And then in so many years, when we move out of there, we'll say, that's where that is. All right, our little view of Pickett's Charge. Hello through my lens. Although at some point tomorrow or Thursday before the show, I am going to record the McNair sound drop. Boom! McNair. Something like that. Good afternoon, Dustin. There is a nice little fall chill in the air now. I'm learning to appreciate it. What up with you, Marie? What up with you? Not much up here. Just doing a quick drive through the battlefield before I go get gas down at Sheetz. Because why the Sheetz not? Why the Sheetz not drive through the battlefield? It's on the way. Sure. It's a little detour, but it's still on the way. And that gas that I'm going to be getting, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is provided by our generous patrons over at patreon.com/addressinggettysburg and your super likes. Because to be honest with you, the most driving I do is these videos. I got 4 miles from home to office, 4 miles back, so 8 miles a day. That's really all I need to put on. We are passing the Louisiana Monument, then the Mississippi Monument. Ty says, believe it. What a crew. He says, believe it or not, I'm pranking McNair. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. Believe it or not, I'm pranking McNair. I never thought I would be so free. Laughing so hard at the expense of McNair. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's Ty Webb and me. Look up the musical 1776 and the guy from Rhode Island who is always shouting plays drop, and then I'll play that. Yeah, Marie, this morning's drive was at like 10:30, I think. 10:20, 10:30. It was a little late because I had to go out to Chambersburg to take Major to the vet. So it's there, but it's labeled as Wednesday morning because I thought it was Wednesday. Good afternoon, Michael. I had the pleasure of meeting Michael accidentally, right, Mike? Yeah, just standing there in line, and you came up behind me, and you said, "Oh my God, you're the one I've wanted to meet more than anybody else here." And Tom Berenger was standing right next to me, and he's like, "What about me?" Remember? All right, that's not exactly how it happened. But I met you standing in line at the ACHS. By the way, for those of you who don't know, there was I told you yesterday, about a script being stolen, or the cover sheet of the script with autographs on it. It was stolen. They know who the man was, although the man signed the list, some list, and he signed it Ted Bundy. So, if that doesn't tell you what we're dealing with, and he swiped the thing. He's on camera holding it all over the place. He's just walking around with it. Anyway, they contacted him and they said, Mr. Bundy, you return it in 24 hours or we're sending the cops and we're pressing charges. So he returned it. It is safely back in the possession of whoever is supposed to be possessing it. And everybody is happy. So there you go. And, you know, I said, well, how did they figure out who it was if he signed it Ted Bundy? And I'll tell you, man, people are good on the internet. They put his picture up from the security cameras, and apparently, according to John, whose property it was, he said apparently, you know, people online recognized it, and one person was like, that very well could be my neighbor. It looks like my neighbor. And lo and behold, they were right. So, you know, it's always good if you need help. It's always good. Not everybody on the internet's a McNair. You know, some people are there to be helpful, and not McNair you. Oh, McNair. Honestly, one of my favorite people that I've never met is McNair. And Ty, all of you guys. But really, I mean, just the whole McNair thing was just so funny. Adrian says, it will be Wednesday for me soon, Matt. Well, there you go. Less than 2.5 hours. Now, what does 2.5 hours convert to in American hours? Michael met Joseph and Bo. That's right, you did. But, of course, meeting me was the highlight. Let's get real. Marie says, hello, Adrian. And that's very nice of you to do, Marie. Thank you. Ty says, now, if it was Al Bundy, he deserves the autographs. He did score 4 touchdowns in one game at Polk High. That's true. That is true. So we're living a little bit of that Gloria. Michael says, yes, it was. I knew it was you. The coffee. Did I have coffee? I think I did. You're right. You know, thank God people like Michael pay me than I do, because that helps me keep track of things. We'll go around. We didn't go this way last drive. I think yesterday's drive, I don't think we went down Crawford Avenue. So we'll do that. 2.5 hours equals Little Bighorn. That's what I thought. Okay. So it's the same as Little Bighorn. Tom's head spinning as he is just tuning in. Sorry about the head spin there, Tom. Are you doing any more Instagram video things or no? What do you mean? I mean, I might do Instagram once in a while. I like YouTube better. You can monetize it easily. And I'm trying to build YouTube up. You can do so much more with YouTube than you can with Instagram. So I'm trying to do all that stuff here. Dylan says, I was in town this weekend, not for the movie stuff, but for some Battlefield things, and I'm bummed I didn't run into Yo. I kept my eye out for you. Well, sir, I was doing movie stuff. And, yeah, I didn't go on the Battlefield at all. But now it's back to normal. So you might see me next time you come around, unless there's something else coming on. By the way, November 3rd, ladies and gentlemen, is 24 Hours of Hell. It's the Giving Spree, and Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center will be over hours. It's a Friday this year, thank God. So being late or missing a day of work and leaving early. I don't know. I make my living doing easier to make my living through Patreon here on YouTube. Instagram isn't. You have to be like wildly popular on Instagram to be able to monetize it, and I don't think they actually have a monetizing program. I think it's you work out deal with company. I don't know. So I kind of gave up on Instagram and Facebook. I sporadically use them. I don't use them on a personal level. I don't. Instagram's not terrible, but Facebook is just the worst. That and Twitter, you stay away from them. So I don't really work them as much as I used to. So, okay, I think I'm in the clear now. So let me tell you what I was trying to tell you at Devil's Den. November 3rd, Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center. They're part of the Giving Spree here. It's 24 hours on the ridge and a lot of things going on. But at 6 o'clock, we will do a live recording of a Spotlight On with our friends Cody Aish and Pete Neely. And as you know, if you're a patron, Spotlight On episodes are about the personalities in the Addressing Gettysburg orbit. People that we have on the show frequently or a few times or whatever the case may be, but they're those people there. So Pete and Cody, funny guys. We have a lot of fun with them. If you were at our seminary show last year, they were the guests. They were pretty good. Made us laugh and taught us a good deal of history. And we also learned about Cody's hair, where he gets his hair helmet done. So join us for that, won't you? You'd have to call the seminary, see what the details are about ticketing and all that other stuff. But it's a fundraiser. It's a giving spree. It's for, giving and all that other jazz. Adrian says, yeah, for you, mainly because I'm not on Instagram. That's a good reason. Probably still have MySpace account, though, if that is still a thing. I never hear anybody talking about MySpace. Who uses MySpace? And why did it just disappear? It's so weird. Anyone get the Gettysburg movie behind the scenes book? I did, Michael. I got it myself. Yes, it's in my library. Ron Moore says, I'm going to be at the Gettysburg Museum Thursday. Maybe I'll run into you there. Probably not there. Thursday, I will be probably packing in the morning, preparing for the show Thursday night, and then doing the show Thursday night. We have a full house Thursday. Bo's coming in, and Andrew Dalton, the man behind it all. Again, big in. We're gonna. Also, Ron, what is the Gettysburg Museum? Is that which one are you referring to? Because we have the Visitor Center, we have the Heritage Center. There's the Gettysburg Museum of History, the Adams County Historical Society called Gettysburg Beyond the Battlefield. But I know people say the Gettysburg Museum because they have one that they like to go to and always go to and only go to, and they like their shorthand for it is the Gettysburg Museum. But there is, to my knowledge, not one called the Gettysburg Museum. There's the Gettysburg Museum of History. That's the closest one. So I'm guessing maybe that's what you're thinking. Yeah. The studio is not there. It's near there, and it's owned by Eric and the Gettysburg Museum of History. But also people don't send mail to the Gettysburg Museum of History. That's not our address for mail. I'm gonna get a P.O. box for that, and you can send mail that way. Because I do eventually get it, but they're not my mailmen, and their priority is not to get me mail. So often it sits there for a few weeks before I get it. And then if it's something to respond to, it'll take me a few weeks more to have the time to sit down and respond to it. I received 2 letters from a nice lady. I finally got around about a week and a half ago to responding to the first letter, which was from August. And then I carried it in my car for a week, kept forgetting to put it in the mailbox to send. And I finally sent my reply. And the day after I sent it, I got another one in the mail. from her, and so I hope she didn't think I was ignoring her, but it just there's a lag. There's a lag for sure. No, Michael, we didn't get that one. They had it. I was going to store it. A lot of neat photos in the book. Yeah, it's a pretty good book. Marie, great question. Who all is coming to the final tour of the year? We have Listener of the Year to present. We will announce the Listener of the Year at the tour. Tom has something nice that he wants to give Lewis, and that's I think that's about it. That is about it. Adrian says McNair up to tricks, still getting the whirly wheel of death. Yeah, that's going to happen here. It's the same problem that you have when you're driving around with your cell phone on the phone talking to somebody and you lose them. You can hear them, but they can't hear you, or some such thing. It's the same thing at work. And video is a lot harder to transmit, so when it's a weak signal, it's just going to happen. The southern end of the signals. So, it's a rare occasion that we get no interruptions when we go down there. But the occasion does occasion. Ty says exit and re-enter brought the feedback for me. That just might be a coincidence there, Ty. It's not on your end. The problem is here. It's the transmission that's the problem. Adrian says, I would love to, but I can't this weekend. Aren't you in England? It's not like it's a quick drive for you. So yeah, November 3rd. We also set a date for, now this is something I'm looking forward to. February. I was thinking, last year we did a show from the Seminary Ridge Museum. And originally I went in to the meeting today saying, I want to do another show. But, folks, in the discussion, we decided, you know what? We've got the refectory there. Jake Schindel, who owns Ragged Edge, that's his commissary. There's a kitchen there. It's his commissary. He makes very good food. And we've been talking about doing a Taco Tuesday trivia night thing. And so we're like, why don't we do the taco trivia? Okay, guys, let's follow this here. Why don't we do it? Ready? On what was I saying? In February instead of a show. And I said we had three options. One was just straight up Taco Tuesday and trivia. So, like when you go to a bar. And then I said, well, we could do that, but there's nothing broadcastable there for me to take and make a show out of. I said, so what if we did it where we have it as a game show where we have 4 teams and we have a game and we pit them against each other, and then we have an audience there to McNair them if need be or whatever. And they said, okay, that's an option. And then the third option was something I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is a rousing game of win Tim Smith's money. But not like we did at ACHS, but we get somebody who seriously thinks they have a firm grasp on the Battle of Gettysburg and Gettysburg trivia in general. I know there's somebody out there who does. There's gotta be. I mean, there's one person I'm thinking of, but he hates this show, and I don't think he would actually have the nerve to actually test his skills against him. I think he likes to just talk about the fact that he knows a lot. And so he wouldn't do it anyway. So I want to, but I'm like, that couldn't work because maybe somebody, nobody really has the nerve to go up against him. So we scratched that idea. And the teams, that could work. That could be fun. But I said, you know what, guys? February is like the winter doldrums. Everybody has cabin fever. They're looking for something to do. We can, obviously we'll publicize this and we'll invite anybody who wants to get here to come out and do it. But I think, why don't we just do it as like a local thing? Like, not necessarily for the locals, but for people in our circles. So, you guys who are within, let's say, a 2-hour drive of here, who would probably be coming here anyway. Why don't we just do something that's more like, the family getting together? And we're not going to record it. We're not going to make a show out of it. We're just going to get together and have fun. And we're going to have good food and play some trivia. Maybe we'll have some prize or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just bragging rights. And then we said, well, maybe there's a way we can do it online as well. And I said, I guarantee you someone has thought of some kind of software where you can do that. And I said, you guys should look into that because I'm too busy and I'm not going to do it, but you should look into it. So hopefully they'll look into it. And then that way, if you can't make it, you could, get your cocoa and your nice warm wool socks on and sit there in the comfort of your own home and play trivia with us online. And I think that's what we're going to do. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually looking forward to doing it. I'm going to host it, but I'm looking forward to doing it just as like a group of friends, me, Pete, Mealy, Cody Aish, and about 80 of our closest friends. So that's going to be February 17th. Ticket sales, I'll announce that when we have that all set up and ready to go. And that's like kind of a dual fundraiser for the Seminary Ridge Museum and, of course, your buddy Matt and Addressing Gettysburg. We've got, the equipment wears down and stuff, and you got to replace it and whatnot. So that's what we're doing. Plus, with the partnership with the park, doing the winter lecture series, the equipment for that is going to be expensive. But the beauty of it is, I will then have better equipment, good equipment, more equipment to start doing better video productions, that are not done on a cell phone. So those are two events that we've got coming up. November 3rd at the seminary in the refectory, and February 17th, Taco Trivia Tuesday, or Trivia Taco Tuesday. I like alliteration in my titles. However, the 17th is not a Tuesday. So Tuesday will be in quotes, and we will put underneath it Saturday, September 17th. I know there's still somebody who's going to get hung up. It's probably going to McNair us because they'll get hung up on the fact that we're calling it Taco Tuesday. But Taco Tuesday is a thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's like Christmas in July. Everybody knows Christmas is not in July, but stores have Christmas in July sales, okay? So I'm going to preemptively argue against anybody who's going to get hung up on that little detail and the fact that you don't understand that when it's in quotes, it means it's not really Tuesday, okay? I'm sorry, I'm not responsible for the lack of education you have prior to seeing that, but I'm going to give you the education now. That's what it means. Moving right along. Andy says, bring your scarves. Hopefully, by then we'll figure out a way to do our Pete Carmichael signature scarves, and you can all wear them. I seriously am looking into finding a way to do that, and I want them to be nice scarves, too. Like, we're talking cashmere for the winter and like one of that lighter material for the summer, I don't know. Planning on a marine. Looks like I need a gum blanket and new galoshes though. All right, okay. Michael says, Bo is such a nice guy. He is a nice guy. He called me all day, not all day, he called me Saturday after our panel, like Saturday afternoon, and he goes, dude, are you getting stopped by people saying that we had the best panel? And I said, yeah, like 4 or 5 people stopped us and said that. And he's like, dude, all day. I don't know why he said dude so much. He did, but he doesn't really talk that way. But for whatever reason, he was in dude mood. And he said, dude, all day long, people have been stopping me saying that we had the best one. And I go, well, of course, Bo. I mean, yeah. And we had fun. By the way, I told the guys over at the seminary about the Martin Sheen prank, and they thought it was freaking hilarious. So take that, McNair. Ron Moore, the one on Baltimore Street. Okay, it's the Gettysburg Museum of History. That's where we are. Marie says, if I want to send you and Kundi a Christmas card, I'll ask Kundi if she's comfortable with me giving out the address. Kundi. You know what you could do? You can send it to well, it doesn't. It's the. You know what? I'm not gonna get a PO box. The mailing address for the show is Wait, shit. What is it? 24. Hold on. I think it's 244 Court Alley. Court, Court Alley. 244 Court Alley. I'll get the mail there. Just put it to addressing Gettysburg because our sign is on the door, so the mailman will put the two together. And I'll find it, I'll read it, and then I'll bring it home. Thank you very much. Kundi will enjoy that. Kundi loves Christmas, so I'm sure we'll have a doorway that we'll tape Christmas cards to. Kundi. Oh, that's funny. Tom has a gift for Ronnie too. Well, I don't know who Tom is. Oh, Tom Canavan. Well, I don't know if Ronnie will be there. I think she will. McNair says, I'm working. No time to troll Matt today. McNair, I'm not going to tell them what you told me you do for a living. I am so surprised that he trolled. I'll just tell you, he's a state senator. He's a state senator. It isn't really McNair. Cindy says, hi, McNair. Nice to see you, friend. McNair, honestly, did you think that when you set out to ruin my day, that you would make friends with people you've never met before? McNair says, hi, wow, some people like me. Yeah. You know why everybody likes you? Because you came in an asshole and you stuck it out and you stuck to your guns. And, of course, I urge them to forgive you and accept you and pity you. But they did. And now you are one of the group. You were hazed a little bit by them, but mostly by me. And we say, you know what? We like a guy like McNair. McNair could be a good ally. You want a guy like McNair on your side. So we decided to pull McNair in to the fold as opposed to responding to him in kind. Kevin says, we all like you, McNair, our new idol on AG. Poor Cam. So easily knocked out of first place as king of the Whack Pack. And we turn, heading to our destination of Sheetz. Because why the Sheetz not? Oh, Amanda Clow. How are you, Amanda? I see a fellow Illinoisan is in front of you. Yes, and he drove terribly. Michael says February and January suck. That's right. That's why we decided to do this in February. Just when you're like, okay, let's get this over with. Come on, winter, go away. And you can't stand it. We're going to do something for fun, right? We're going to get together in a nice, warm, old building. Do some trivia. Now, my question to you guys, should the trivia be Gettysburg only, Civil War only, or general trivia? Michael and Marie think it sounds like a fun time. It is going to be a fun time. I hope McNair comes. You driving home now, McNair? What's great about McNair is people like saying it. I like saying it. Like, there's a ring to it, right? Kahoot. Thank you, Chris. Kahoot, both in person and virtually. Perfect. Chris, would you do me a favor? Because I know I'll forget that. Would you send me an email with the name of that program in there? And I'll share it with Pete and Cody. Babber Schultz says, sent you a message about my game tonight. Check it out. Might give you ideas. All right, I'll see if I can do it. Hopefully, Babber, that you can come out to our trivia. You're in. How about AG today? What about AG today? Where were you supposed to sign up for the Christmas party, Matt? Patreon? It's free for everybody, so it's going to be on the website. I'll link to it on all the social media shit, and but it will be on the website. I got to do that soon. Thank you for reminding me. Hopefully I can find the time to set it up today. It should be easy. I should be able to take last year's and just change the date for it. I think that's how that works. But yeah, Marie, it's free for all. I'm gonna give patrons first dibs. I think I do it for 24 hours before everybody else. They get the link first. But there's no cost, so there's no discount or anything. It's just that you get to make sure that you're on the list so you don't get squeezed out. The limit, the capacity for that room is 250. I highly doubt that we will get 250 people coming to that. But I mean, we'll probably, I guess we'll maybe get around 100. We had a capacity of 60 last year, and some people kind of got in at the last minute and not snuck in, I let them in. And we got a little over 60, maybe to 65, 70, something like that. And then there were about another 25 or so that had sent me emails, ahead of time saying, I tried to sign up, but it was closed. Can I get in? And I'm like, nah, sorry, fire hazard. So this year we have a bigger venue, and I kind of feel bad because I do like Sweeney's Tavern. We'll do something else there, though. We're going to give them our business at another time for another thing. But I try to spread it around town. We have a lot of friends in different business, and I know you're all good people and you like to come to these things, and so I want to spread it around to everybody. Because everybody could use a little help now and then, I'm sure. And why not be the guy who helps people get some help? Zip code is 17325. Okay, first of all, the typo was Kundi, not what you wrote. We all need to meet McNair, though. He says C-Bommy needs to meet McNair. We all need to meet McNair. I think if McNair lets me know ahead of time that he's going to come to some event, I'm going to set up a table for him. We'll have a little sign that says McNair with an exclamation point, and he can sit there and sign autographs. McNair is still at work as a senator. For those into World War II, Oppenheimer comes out November 21st on DVD. I hear that's really good. I haven't seen it yet. One of us. Andy says, yeah, I'm known now as the a-hole who drinks IPAs. And my opinion doesn't matter. Well, I mean, it's not that your opinion doesn't matter. It's just that in matters of taste, your opinion doesn't matter because you drink IPAs. Andy says, Cam and McNair should battle for Ronnie's chair as AG Today co-host. That's tough. Ronnie's chair is filled by Bethany, and Bethany's going to do a fantastic job, by the way. Adrian says, state senator, not very House intensive then. Note, I've been watching representatives in Congress trying to elect another speaker. What a dumpster fire. Our whole country is a dumpster fire, Adrian. All of Western society is. Yours too. Yours, Australia, they're all going down. And the thing that's amazing is it's all by suicide. That's what's so sad about it. It was completely avoidable. People predicted it all along. People warned against it. But here we are, dying by our own hand. And it's terrible. So, all right, so Michael says, okay, let's see. It should be Civil War only. Jennifer says, is that a Civil War cemetery? I'm assuming you're talking about Cemetery Hill. You're looking at the part that was closest to where I was is the newer post-battle, post-war section of Evergreen Cemetery, which is the private cemetery that gives Cemetery Hill its name. And then the National Cemetery is on the other side. You couldn't see it from where we were, but it's on the other side of the hill. All right, so Michael says Civil War only. Marie says general trivia. Kevin has a best idea, McNair trivia. I think that's the way to go. Adrian says, Andy, your opinion does count, just not about IPA. Yeah, just not about beer or anything that you have to taste. McNair says, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Oh, God. Eric, good evening. Good evening to you, Eric. Chris says, yes, we'll send the email shortly. Thank you, Chris. Michael says, McNair, yes, he was. McNair 39, yes. Okay, I don't know what that's about. There are several posts on YouTube of Zippy giving lectures. Cool stuff. Who's Zippy? Oh, Oppenheimer. Okay, gotcha. Although I would be interested to see Zippy. Marie says, we have already made arrangements to be there that weekend. Oh, the 17th? Great. Perfect. Adrian, well, you really plan out ahead, don't you? Adrian, Kevin, how about Barbie? Oh, that's great. Barbenheimer. Where did I hear that, McNair? Somebody made that joke. I think it was at the screening, wasn't it? Adrian says, Matt, does that gas pump have a Joe Biden sticker saying I did that? That one doesn't, but there was one here that did. They've since taken it off, but there was, well, actually, I think they all had them. Somebody went around and put them on all of them. Garrick says, can you get tickets for the Patreon Christmas party yet? No, I haven't had time to sit down and do any of that. I've had a really packed, last week was really packed for me, and I didn't really get to sit down and do anything but cram last minute things in. For example, all of those actor interview things that I put out that week, I thought of on Sunday last Sunday. I was like, oh, I should put them all out for free. It's the anniversary weekend. And then that way I've more than met my quota for the month. And that gives me 2 Ask a Guides, or 1 Ask a Guide, maybe 1, maybe 2, I forget, that I don't need to worry about, and I can hold on for later dates, which then pushes our catalog further into 2024. Everybody wins. But that meant I had to find the episodes, because a lot of them are 2 years old and I don't know where they all are. So I had to find them. The the Trent Walker episode, I couldn't find the original of. So I had to go plug my laptop into the mixing board in the studio, go to Patreon and play the whole 2-hour episode and record it over again. So that's a recording of a recording that you're listening to, in the Trent Walker one. But all the other ones I was able to find and put. So then you have to repost them. You got to write the show notes for them, and so that took me a good deal of time throughout the week. I started doing it Sunday by posting or scheduling Mondays and I think one of Tuesday's shows. And then Monday I went in and did it. But plus I had shows to record. I had a lot of stuff, and I had to prepare for my panel, which meant, rewatching their scenes in the movies and re-listening to their previous interviews to try to get some stories, refresh my memory and everything. And it just, so I didn't have any time to do any administrative anything. I can't wait to teach Cindy how to do some of this stuff so she can help me. I got to get my home office set up first. Oh, and that's the other thing. I tried, if I had an hour or two where I would go and pack some boxes, or throw some stuff out, or donate stuff to, Goodwill. So I just had so much shit to do. And then I lost the weekend because of the movie stuff, which I'm not complaining about because I had a fantastic time. So this week, I've got a little more time, and at some point I will be able to set up at least the Christmas party and the other thing in February, trivia night. Marie, Baja, no, the Christmas party weekend. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, also make plans for February 17th. I got to talk to ACHS about doing another show there. And Saberhood I have booked for July. And then I got to get Farnsworth House for the fall. What I want to do, folks, is have all of the venues booked at least. So that I can make the ticket items, what do you call it? Links, ticket links, before the end of the year, and then post them all at the beginning of the year, except for, of course, the February one is going to come out sooner, but post it as in the beginning of the year so that you can see what's there and buy the tickets ahead of time and plan your year out that way around, of course, our big events. I'm going to try to time live shows with a Get Out of the Car tour because people will already be here for that. So might as well maximize your time and your presence here by doing that. Not always possible, though. July, for one, there is no tour in July. So that's why we're doing it indoors where there's air conditioning, and so on and so forth. So that's what we're going to try to do. Again, one-man show here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't have a secretary. So all these things have to be done by me until I do. So bear with me, give me patience. When I give you, deadlines, or not deadlines, but when I give you dates for certain things that I'm going to have something out by, that's my goal. But I don't always meet my goal because life gets in the way. Someday that will change. Sorry, yes, Adrian, you're right. Kundi, not Cindy. Or should it be Sunday? Because Kundi, you have one or two drinks and you start slurring your words, it could come out a different thing. Marie says, oh, damn it, I didn't want to go down that chat history like this. What chat history? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. I got to get going. I got to get gas and I got to go pack a couple boxes. So you guys have yourselves a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow will be Tuesday morning drive. So we'll talk to you later.